For Time.com, this is Istanbul correspondent Pelin Turgut, here with New York-based writer Nathan Thornburgh. The both of us spent a Thursday evening recently in Ok, a working-class neighborhood in Istanbul, to visit the prayer service of the Alevis. They're this fascinating subgroup of Turkish Muslims, politically progressive, very open-minded, and actually kind of touchy-feely.
That's right. Coming from the States, I'd had a fairly one-dimensional view of what Islam in Turkey would really look like. I'd been to some Sunni services, which are pretty austere events, segregated by sex and so on, but this was quite different.
Although, to be fair, most Turks have no idea what an Alevi service looks like either. The religion has been underground for hundreds of years. They've faced a lot of persecution from the Sunni authorities, and just a few decades ago, for instance, they worshipped in secret and never would have invited us to come and visit them.
To me, though, it was pretty benign. It was hard to see where the controversy might be.
It might seem like a normal scene to you, but this is a Muslim house of worship. Having teenage boys and girls flirting in the lobby, women in jeans with their hair uncovered, all this is pretty unorthodox.
That's right. There were sermons, songs, some call and response sessions. It did feel a little like Sunday in a Baptist church. There were parts of it that really underlined this Alevi sense of gender equality, too. Not only do some of them sit in mixed groups, but there are egalitarian rituals like the hand-washing, where a teenage boy washes a girl's hands, and vice versa.
It's tempting to call them New Agey, but Alevism is actually incredibly old. Many of the elements in the service we saw are pre-Islamic, from when the Turks were nomadic horsemen in Central Asia. Like the layered dress of the Central Asian steppes they're wearing, they worship in a circle as if they were still in their traditional yurts. Yes, Alevis worship the Prophet Muhammad, and like Shiite Muslims, they follow his son-in-law Ali. In fact, Alevi means supporter of Ali. But they also think all religions have their valid points, and they call conservative Islam backwards. They live partially by the rules of the Quran, and partially by their own Alevi aphorisms.
I think that one saying of theirs is my favorite, to control your hand, your tongue, and your loins. But you know, they're a huge group. Depending on who's counting, there are anywhere from 10 to 20 million Alevis in Turkey, up to 30% of the population. So that kind of makes them the biggest religion you've never heard of.
Although that might change. The Alevi are more open, as we've seen. They're asking for more political recognition and are making their case internationally.
That seems like it can be only a good thing. There's a huge debate in Turkey and really around the world about how Islam can mesh with democracy or Western or European Union values. The Alevis, it turns out, have been doing it for hundreds of years.